Victoria Armstrong for Notts TV.
Now, with prizes from creative writing to architecture, dance and graphic design, the Nottingham Young Creative Awards are on a hunt to find the next imaginative genius growing up in our county. The awards take submissions in 11 varied categories. Anyone aged 11 to 24 can enter. The deadline is Monday. Get that in your diary. And there's no one better to talk to us about applying than writer and 2019 winner, Andrew Tucker. Andrew,
hello.
Thanks for joining us. We're trying to persuade people to enter. So the first question I'd like to ask is how this has made a difference in your life.
Yeah, I think without being too melodramatic, I think you could call it life-changing because I'd had a different focus before. I wasn't particularly sure about my writing, and it was kind of a rubber stamp to say, yeah, a panel somewhere has kind of decided, this is a worthy thing to kind of pursue. So we try and, that's our goal really, is to give what can be quite a thorny, subjective world of creativity a bit of an objective marker to reward people and keep them in the industry.
We've all got these passions when we're young, don't we? That, you know, people love art, people love music, and for so many people, talented young people, that they go and they do something else. And that's not to say what they end up doing isn't worthwhile, but they're missing something that they're passionate about. So what do these awards aim to do? How do they aim to help these young people?
Well, I think the sort of wide span of age groups, because we do, like you say, we go from 11 to 24, it's about providing that sort of scaffolding really to keep people, and it's totally fine, of course, to keep that as a meaningful hobby throughout your life, and that's a worthy goal for us to aim for as well. But the other aspect of that is for particularly the oldest age group, if we can get them into creative industries working with paid commissions. For example, one of our headline sponsors, Car Shop, have just sort of given us 5 commissions for young artists who have won our awards previously to design sort of vinyl wraps for cars. So we're aiming to have a creative fleet driving around the city soon, yeah.
Well, that's cool that you got people who are able to then get some commissions and make some money out of it too. And I think it's a good point you make as well, that, you know, some people will just go on to have this as a hobby because not everyone wants to do it as their job. When you've got people entering and applying, what are you looking for? What are you hoping to find?
That's the £1 million question, isn't it, really? I think there's so many things that surprise us every year. So I wouldn't want to necessarily put a strict label on it. I will hammer that the deadline is Monday, so this is the weekend to get it in. If you've got a creative project, I'll rattle through the 11 because we've got animation and digital media, we've got creative writing, we've got dance, design and architecture, fashion and textiles, film, graphic design, music, theatre, photography and visual arts. I think I've got my revision down there.
That was amazing. That was like spoken word poetry, and I think you even went in alphabetical order.
Yeah, I could have made it like iambic pentameter. But yeah.
Why should people enter? For those people out there thinking like, I'm going to sit down this weekend and I'm going to put some time into applying for this, why should they do so?
I mean, I kind of put it into 2 categories. So we've got the immediate reward of, well, first of all, if you've got a deadline, you'll get something finished, and that's rewarding in itself. Our winners get a cash prize and a trophy. They get their work featured in our talent brochure, featured online, potentially even we've had Notts TV before. And there's also the longer term sort of stuff. So we try and get people hooked into the really exciting creative ecosystem that we've got in Nottingham, and hopefully into employment in the industries in which they are very talented.
It's a great place to be a creative person. Where can we find out more and all the details of applying?
Yeah, so go to youngcreativeawards.org and all the info is there. We've also got the Young Creatives Nottingham Instagram, so you can see past winners and our Lord Kitchener sort of recruitment campaign to get everyone involved. And if you missed this year, you've got a whole year to prep, but do try and get it in.
Absolutely, as long as unless you're 23 or 24, in which case you need to do it now.
Get on with it, absolutely.
All right, Andrew Tucker from the Young Creative Awards and a former winner too. Thank you so much for speaking to us, and good luck to everybody who's applying this weekend. Now let's update you on more of the stories making headlines in Nottinghamshire today.